In 2021's No Time to Die, his fifth and final tour as the fictitious British spy, Daniel Craig made his final appearance as the legendary James Bond. Can you believe it? We won't see the familiar face of Bond anymore. Although this is a huge change, we might be open to a new face for Bond. In this video, we'll talk about the top 10 actors that would be perfect as the next Bond. At number 10, we have Jamie Bell. Since making his acclaimed feature film debut in Billy Elliot in 2000, Jamie Bell has been mostly ignored by the movie industry. Yet he continues to be an extraordinarily versatile actor who has collaborated with some of the best directors in the business. Bell has shown that he has a strong dramatic presence by working alongside Peter Jackson in 2005's King Kong, Clint Eastwood in Flags of Our Fathers, and Lars von Trier in the difficult drama Nymphomaniac Volume 2. We have no doubt that Bell would comfortably fit the bill to play 007. He's not unfamiliar with the occasional action role. He possesses the necessary acting expertise, grizzle, and even falls inside the ideal age range. It's safe to say that he's among our top picks as the next agent. At number 9, we have Sope Dirisu. Sope Dirisu was previously considered a long shot to play James Bond, but with each new project, he proves why he could make the ideal spy for Britain. He's still young and feels like he would make a great face for the next Bond if he was trained properly. We all know that he won't be able to capture the exact essence of Daniel Craig, but maybe he can still do justice to the role. He's played a number of significant TV roles, but 3 in particular catch our attention: his action-packed work on Gangs of London, his heartfelt performance in the contemporary British horror film His House, and his Shakespearean performances on stage during the RSC's production of Coriolanus. Some of the best Bond actors of all time had a combination of physical prowess and emotional elegance. Sope Dirisu seems like the ideal fit for the character. Now, at number 8, we have Papa Asidu. With dominant performances in Gareth Evans' Gangs of London and the Emmy Award-nominated I May Destroy You, Papa Asidu has distinguished himself as a titan of British acting, making waves mostly in the television business. Asidu, who has such a dominating presence on screen and is the ideal age for the role, would make a riveting James Bond. Asidu is a traditional English thespian who's performed in theater, film, and television, making him the ideal choice to portray the iconic figure created by Ian Fleming. He's a seasoned performer with significant film potential who was featured in RSC productions of King Lear and Hamlet. Asidu may also make history as the first black actor to play the role. We're always open to trying something new. If he's set to make history, then what better role to do that than as 007? Some of us still might be processing Craig's exit, but these top picks for the next role almost make us think that maybe there's still hope. At number 7, we have Henry Golding. Henry Golding appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the 2010s and has won over audiences with roles in well-liked contemporary movies such as Crazy Rich Asians and The Gentleman. Hugh Grant, Colin Farrell, and Matthew McConaughey were among the actors who worked with Guy Ritchie to produce The Gentleman, which allowed Golding to thrive. Golding's most recent projects are Persuasion on Netflix and Snake Eyes. We ponder whether 007 will be his next part, given that he consistently appears in the most thrilling settings. One of the reasons why we think he fits perfectly for the role is his smooth acting. Golding has managed to master that gentlemanly charm seen on screen that we all know is very important for Bond. In a scene in Crazy Rich Asians, he wore a white suit that almost took our breath away, and if we had the power to choose the next Bond, we would have given him the role right then and there. At number 6, we have Nicholas Hoult. With his early credits in the charming film about a boy and the well-known teen drama Skins, where he would establish himself with Jack O'Connell, Daniel Kaluuya, and Dev Patel, Nicholas Hoult is now practically a pillar of the British acting establishment. Hoult has recently demonstrated his versatility by giving outstanding performances in Mark Milhaud's The Menu, Yorgos Lanthimos' The Favourite, and George Miller's Mad Max: Fury Road. We can almost picture him getting into an Aston Martin and ordering a martini after completing a dangerous mission that ended with an epic shootout. That grace is all he needs to sell the role. Why not give him a chance when he's currently one of the top actors in the film industry and is the ideal age to play Bond? Moving on to number 5, we have Lucien LaViscount. LaViscount has long been climbing the TV ladder, making appearances in Grange Hill, Skins, and Waterloo Road in his childhood. However, in recent years, he's really taken off, partly due to his role in Netflix's Emily in Paris. In addition to the romance on the streaming site, he also stood out in the 2017 horror film The Bye-Bye Man, despite a weak cast. With his 30-year-old age and ability to portray Bond for a long time, Lucien LaViscount is a candidate for the role. A few fans have already started to picture him in the role, and they like what they see. His role in Emily in Paris definitely made us see him in a different light. With all these fine men as possible options, it does help to soften the blow of Craig's departure. At number 4, we have Daniel Kaluuya. Daniel Kaluuya, who is steadily winning over fans in the industry, would be a brilliant pick for the casting team behind James Bond for a variety of reasons. Oscar-winning actor Judas in The Black Messiah, Jordan Peele's socially relevant horror film Get Out, and the chic road drama drama Queen and Slim all showcased his mastery of the acting trade. Kaluuya's enormous online following would help the James Bond series get a ton of new fans, so casting him would be a wise choice. He would be the first black actor ever to play the part, which would be a significant turning point in the franchise's history. Do you think that he's fit for the role? Does he have our approval to take over the license to kill? At number 3, we have James Norton. If James Norton doesn't land the starring role, we hope he'll one day play one of 007's numerous villains because, for whatever reason, he's evolved into an actor of many villains. Norton has already made a strong impression with his performances in Happy Valley, McMafia, and Black Mirror. He's still something of an unknown in the world of demanding action scenes, much like many other names on this list. We'd be interested to see what Norton may contribute to a slightly different view on Bond. We would be in for a treat if he could transform even a small amount of his malicious energy into a well-known action hero. Next up, at number 2, we have Jack O'Connell. At the ripe old age of 32, Jack O'Connell is a viable option for the casting crew behind the James Bond franchise, and his distinctive persona would give the movies a completely new direction. Early in his career, O'Connell established himself as a top-tier British actor by playing rebellious, shattered characters in This Is England, Skins, and Eden Lake. This persona has developed with riveting performances in Starred Up, 71, and Unbroken as his career has grown. His interpretation of the 007 character would add youthful, frenzied energy. O'Connell's selection as Bond would not even be a risky one because he already embodies many of the Bond stereotypes. Rather, it would show that the franchise is moving in the right direction. Finally, at number 1, we have none other than Regé-Jean Page. If you've watched Bridgerton, then you definitely know who we're talking about. This is a face we just can't forget. Since he first appeared in the Netflix series Bridgerton, Regé-Jean Page has quickly gained popularity as a leading candidate to don the 007 moniker. Surprisingly, despite his fame, Page has only truly accepted a few film roles and mediocre TV drama appearances, most notably in Mortal Engines, Sylvie's Love, and The Gray Man. Despite this, numerous actors have played the part despite not being as well known. In fact, it's kind of a prerequisite for getting the part. If you've been as in love with the Duke as us, then you're probably picturing him in a fancy suit with a gun on his next mission. The passion, flawless acting, and the ability to make us all swoon with just one look are all advantages that point to him becoming the next Bond. That's all for this video. Which one of these actors do you think would be perfect as the next Bond? Do they have the same swag as he did? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.